The dark web is a labyrinth of hidden levels, accessible only to the most experienced. In one of these remote corners about 2 years ago, a disturbing video emerged. In the footage, a person is held captive and tortured by a masked man who occasionally appears in the frame. Over the years, we have seen various disturbing videos, but this one caught the attention of experts due to its peculiarity. It is suspected that it may be one of the infamous Red Rooms, places where atrocities are broadcast live. This would be why the video is hidden so deeply in the dark web. Information gathered by the hackers suggests that the victim is still a prisoner. I will keep you informed of any future developments. This clip was uploaded to TikTok by a girl with red hair, who claims that the video has not been altered in any way. However, what happens is decidedly disturbing. Take a look at his reflection. Many believe that he is a real doppelganger, a ghostly duplicate with a life of his own. In the video, the girl can clearly be seen moving her head back and forth rapidly, but her reflection does not follow her. Shortly after, he gestures with his right hand and looks at the camera, but again, his reflection does not mimic the movement. Finally, something even stranger happens. Are we witnessing a real doppelganger or a clever visual trick? Let us know what you think. After being woken up in the middle of the night by a loud noise, a farmer decides to check his surveillance camera footage. One of the fences has been completely destroyed, so he decides to carefully examine the footage. What he discovers leaves him deeply shocked. Look. A figure that appears to be a shadow person moves inside the enclosure, terrifying the animals, who don't seem to recognize it. The origin of the video remains unknown, as does the identity of the farmer, and so far no one has been able to explain what could have frightened the entire herd so much. A worried man, after reviewing his security camera footage, decides to send the video to his brother. The latter, shocked by what he sees, publishes it online in the hope of obtaining an explanation. In the footage, the man is seen sleeping next to his wife and children, when suddenly something disturbing happens. One of the children is pulled out of bed. Looking more carefully, you can clearly see that an invisible force is gripping the child's leg. While some users suggest that the child may have moved on his own, the family is convinced that the house is haunted by spirits. Deeply concerned, they are willing to have further footage analyzed and collaborate with paranormal researchers, certain that a sinister presence has been haunting them for some time. The video was uploaded to Instagram by a boy named Aaron, who, after witnessing a disturbing scene with his girlfriend, sought support from his followers. While the girl was sleeping, she suddenly gets up, and this is what happens. I'm not sure if this is an authentic episode of demonic possession, but if it were fake, the couple really deserves kudos for their ability to pull it off. In recent years, many people have testified to seeing creatures similar to one of the most famous urban legends of all time, the Rake. However, This footage was captured by a camera trap and shows what appears to be in all respects the real anthropomorphic creature that until now we had only seen in our nightmares. Another very similar sighting was recorded by a man who, one night, while walking along a dirt road, found himself faced with something that terrified him to death. In both cases, the extremely pale complexion and very long limbs suggest that it cannot be a human. Tell me yours in the comments. A Brazilian user recently shared a shocking video, claiming to have captured the moment he and some friends tried to help a girl apparently possessed by an evil spirit. The girl's gaze is chilling, and her behavior seems exactly that of a possessed person. While we can't confirm whether this is actually demonic possession, what is striking is that the user only posted this video on his channel. This suggests that his goal is not to become famous on YouTube, but rather to share a disturbing and inexplicable experience. In Mexico, a local resident decides to leave his house in the middle of the night to personally investigate strange events that have been occurring for some time, just a few meters from his home, and that no one else seems to have the courage to face. It is very likely that what is happening before his eyes is a real satanic ritual, which takes more and more shape as time passes. Fortunately, the man manages to escape, and since that day it seems that similar events have no longer occurred in the cemetery. And you, have you ever witnessed a satanic ritual? A mysterious clip recorded by a security camera is making the rounds on the web. According to those who published the video online, it appears to be a witch. The camera, installed under the roof of a house, films the courtyard overlooking a well-lit street. Suddenly, something strange appears in the distance and rapidly approaches. Initially, we see an object flying towards the courtyard. Once it arrives, it begins to flutter erratically throughout the area. It does not appear to be an insect or a bird, as it is distant from the camera lens and has a bright red color. It is difficult to say how the author of the video came to the conclusion that she is a witch. To me, it seems more like a strange entity or a red smoke that moves as if it had its own consciousness. And what do you think this strange apparition could be?